Hey y'all, welcome back to yet another direct action gaming session. My name is Sean, and well, today we are doing some more vanilla Zombicide, as you may be able to see. So this is not that story mode that I was working on. I am still working on that. I have been doing some writing for that. I've made a decent amount of progress. I'm trying to get it done right and write a proper story for y'all. More about that later, though. At the end of the episode, I'm gonna read a little bit for y'all, so there's a little treat if you can make it to the end of this episode. Or I don't know, this is YouTube, so you can just skip ahead to the end, I suppose. But I'm gonna imagine, though, most of y'all are here for the action, right? You watch my channel because you like gaming, so let's jump on into it, right? We are doing Mission 11, The Ditch, right? This is much like the last episode. Things are slightly modified, so I don't know if we can call this vanilla Zombicide. I've thrown in mostly campaign stuff, like from last time. We've got the wound deck, we've got all-out dice, we have the day-night cycle, so there are these little flashlight tokens. We're using barricade rules as well, and we also have companions, and rather than doing second edition companion rules, we're going to do the classic companion rules. So we basically have a gunman companion and a searcher companion in our little group, because this mission, The Ditch, starts you with two companions that you need to reach the exit with, and that's kind of all we need to do, is reach the exit, but also take this abomination out on the way there, and we can leave the map if there are no abominations on the map. So sure, we need to kill this guy, because as you can see, we start with an abomination on the map, but if another one spawns, we have to take that one out too. So I guess the plan is A, find a Molly, and B, we do have Anton that can get +1 all-out ranged damage, meaning if he's got a damage 2 gun, he can kill an abomination. So we want to get him up to orange, but with that in mind, I might as well introduce our team here. This is basically the Washington ZC crew. This is from the campaign, second edition campaign, Washington ZC. We're using those survivors. Much like last time, it's not Fort Hendricks, it is Washington ZC. So let's go down the line and talk about their blue skills, basically, to introduce them. So first of all, we have Justin. He has a very interesting blue skill. It's Jack of all trades. That basically means he can choose which blue skill he wants from among the campaign skills. And I have chosen combat reflexes for him. So that's basically what he has. If you're not familiar, combat reflexes will allow him to do a free attack if zombies spawn within 0 to 1 spaces of him. And even if they do rush, he can do an attack before they rush. So I've given him a pistol so that he can take a free shot just in case we got zombies that are about to rush into our zone. So there is that. Also, next up we have Tess. She has, by the way, before I talk about the rest of them, they all have skills that are tied to all out. So much like with Fort Hendricks, with these characters, we kind of need to use the all-out dice, which means we're going to need to use the advanced equipment deck that will allow us to know how many extra die you get when you go all out. All out. Anyway, Tess. She gets all-out Bloodlust melee, so if she goes out, all out, she can do a Bloodlust melee. Doesn't have Bloodlust melee all the time, only if she goes all out. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. All their blue skills are tied to going all out. So next up is Mindy. She does have a searcher companion named Philip with her. That does mean that She gets a passive skill in which she can get an extra card when she searches, so there is that. Her normal all-out skill is she gets a free melee attack, basically, if she goes all out. So there's that. Moving down the line, we have Anton. He also has a companion. He has a gunman companion named Peter. This guy right here. That was the searcher, by the way. Peter basically just gives Anton +1 die ranged. So, yeah. And Anton himself will get an additional +1 die ranged if he goes all out. So he gets an additional die normally thanks to Peter. If he goes all out, he gets 2 extra die, which is kind of nice. So we got 2 more here. We also have Ashley, tall lady in the tux. She has her fire axe, and she gets +1 die melee if she goes all out. Then we also have Angelo, the veteran that doesn't have like actual legs. I guess they got blown off by an IED or something. He gets a free all-out ranged action. So we do have a few shooty people and some melee people. We don't have anybody that's like Ned, that's like a scavenger searcher type, basically. But this is still a pretty good crew, I would like to think. I have had fun with them on 1 or 2 test missions, but anyway, so that is basically everything, and we are going to get started now. We're going to try to get this going. We are starting at 1 p.m. on the clock for the day-night cycle. So it is currently daytime, and let's go for it. I think we're going to start with Tess, because she has the crowbar, so she can open the door without making any noise with her crowbar. We toss that to the side. And we now have to spawn for all the dark zones in this building. So what do we get? First spawn, we're going to start here. First spawn is 1 group of crows. And for the enemies, by the way, we are using crows, we are using Skinner zombies, and we are also using Berserker zombies. That's what's in our deck. And we have additional abominations just in case we knock out, well, we kind of have to knock out the Abominawild, right? Maybe additional abominations beyond this one, I don't know, but crows are here. We have 1 of them. Next spawn is 3 Skinner Walkers, because we are still in blue. 1, 2, 3. They are right here. And what is in the zone right next to the left of the diner? We have 4 Skinner Walkers that rush. So they're going to rush into the diner right there. All right, let's grab 4 Skinner Walkers. And they're going right here. Boom. Okay, so that is what spawned. We are still on Ashley. I am going to be using these little extra doors to sort of remind myself who has gone. And let's see, she has 2 actions left because she just used up 1. We can have her move and do a melee, I suppose. It is Tess that has done this. So actually, since it's Tess, no, we're not going to risk her crowbar. We're just going to have her move normally, and now she has 1 action to use her crowbar to see if she can knock out 1 of these Skinner Walkers. Not going to risk her crowbar since that's the only weapon she has. I have learned that the hard way, by the way. You don't want to go all out when you only have 1 weapon. Then your survivor has no weapons and they can't really do anything. Solid hit. She gets a 5, so 1 of these Skinner Walkers goes down and she gets 1 point for that. Cool. Alright, so that was Tess, not Ashley. Tess is done. Who is going next? It's probably gonna need to be a melee person. Could be a shooty person too. Let's do Ashley. Let's do. Yeah, let's do Ashley. Door, Ashley, boom. So she can move. She still has 2 actions left. So let's see. If we're not gonna have her go all out, she only has her fire axe, so she hits on a 4 or more. That is a big ol' miss. She gets 1 more melee. She does get a critical hit, so she does knock out one of the Skinner walkers, and Ashley also scores herself 1 point. Okay, so we are definitely going with, I guess it's gonna have to be Mindy next. Mindy is going to move in, and she can do 2 melees with her baseball bat. She can, in theory, get a free melee if she goes all out, but for the moment, we're just going to have her do a normal. There's only 2 left, and she can kill them on a 3 or more, although she has 2 actions left. So let's do a normal one. If she kills them both, which she does. Cool. So they are both dead. She gets 2 points for that, and since all zombies are out of the zone, she can search. Thanks to her friend here, she can get an extra thing if she does a normal search, so that's what she's going to do. She's going to grab 2 cards, and thankfully, oh my gosh, okay, so she gets a Molly to start with, and a bag of rice, which means she gets 3 extra points. So we're going to bump her up to 5. That's pretty cool. We already have our Molly. That is pretty dope. So what we might consider is busting out here, tossing the Molly. I'm just gonna put that in her hand. That's where it went. It's in her hand. Tossing the Molly and taking out that abomination, and then just moving across the street. Let's rip off the Band-Aid as soon as possible while we're still in blue, I guess. We're still technically in blue for the moment. Although, if Mindy tosses that Molly, we're going into yellow anyway. Let's see. She did a move, melee, and a search, so her turn is done for now. Let us activate... I'm going to do Anton. I definitely want him to get into orange, so we're going to have him move twice and take this objective. So we're going to give him 5 points. Boom. And that is Anton. So we have Justin, and we also have Angelo. I think I'm going to have Angelo do a move and grab this epic, and we're going to see what it is. Hopefully it is not a zombie. It is a nail bat. Okay, so Angelo gets a nail bat that he's probably going to give to somebody else, because Angelo is a shooty boy, but for now, he's going to, I think, maybe keep that and do a normal search. He did a move. He got the epic. Let's do a normal search with Angelo, and he gets a sawed-off. Cool. He's going to trade that for the nail bat. But the nail bat in his pack, that is Angelo. He's done. We just have Justin to go now. So Justin is going to move and search, and for the heck of it, take a shot at these Skinner walkers over here. So let's do a search with Justin. What does he find? He gets a Molly too. Okay. We already have 2 Mollies. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Let's let's do a shot with him as well. Put a noise token in here, like I really need to. This is obviously the noisiest zone on the map. He is going to hit on a 3 or more. And, well, no, a 6, actually. And he does get a 6. So he does take out one of these zombies in the dark zone. Skinner Walker is dead. Justin gets 1 point for that. Okay. Not a bad start. Everyone has gone. So, zombie phase. These Skinner Walkers are going to move into our zone. The crows, 1, 2, 3, are going to move into our zone as well. The abomination, there are special rules that state that the abomination does not move unless it gets line of sight to the survivors. So that's why I'm kind of thinking of just busting the door and tossing that molly and taking the damn thing out and then trying to get across the street. We can even grab maybe at least this epic on this muscle car here as well. By the way, here's those 3D muscle cars. That's one thing I didn't mention, although you can see that these are these muscle cars that I've been talking about. 3D muscle cars rather than the tokens. So that sort of makes the map pop a little bit more. Totally worth it. Anyway, yeah, zombies have moved. Even if we didn't have that special rule, this abomination wouldn't move anyway, because it can't path towards the survivors at the moment. We do have 4 zones, though, and they are on either side of the street, and I've played this mission several times. It's kind of challenging because, like, it's a small map, and this street fills up pretty quickly since you have all 4 spawns just on either side here. So we're going to do 4 spawns here. We're starting here, and we're going in a big old circle, okay? So we're starting here. First spawn is going to be 3 Skinner Walkers that rush, because we are still in blue. Yes, so there's 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, so they're going to be here. 1, 2, 3 of them. Okay. Cool. Next spawn by the abomination is going to be 0 Skinner Runners. It says 0 on blue, so we dodge that bullet. Nothing actually spawns here, but there is a spawn zone right next to it. What spawns there? It is 3 Berserker Walkers that rush. Okay, so they will be in this zone with the abomination. So they're gonna die too once we toss that molly, basically. 1, 2, and 3 Berserker Walkers that are all right next to the abomination, and we have 1 more spawn here. Okay, what is the final spawn for this turn? It is 2 crows. Okay, so we put 2 flocks of crows over here in this zone at the end of the street, and that is the zombie phase. Okay, so we move the clock up to 2 p.m. now, and that is a zombie phase. Cool. Let's remove this noise token that I didn't even really need to put down, and we're gonna take all these doors off of everybody. And all right, so let's see. Someone has to bash the door so that a molly can be tossed. Let's see. Whoever tosses it is going to get 8 points. It might as well be Justin, because he has only 1 point, and that'd put him up into yellow, and Mindy is almost in yellow as is, so we will keep her molly in reserve just in case another abomination shows up. Alright, so maybe since Mindy's not tossing the molly, we'll start with her and her baseball bat to see if she can clear out these people in our zone. Or heck, why don't we start with Ashley, really? Because she has a door busting She has her fire axe. So let's start with her and say that she bashes to start with. That's her first action. Bash. We get another noise token here because fire axe. And Ashley's going to start swinging with her fire axe. We don't want her to go all out because she still only has her fire axe. 2 melees. She gets 1 hit, so she takes out one of these Skinner walkers. She gets 1 point for that. She gets 1 more melee. And she takes out the other Skinner walker. Nice clean hit. She gets another point for that. Cool. And that is Ashley. She is done. She can't do anything else. All right. Moving on, we might as well do Mindy next. Yeah, we'll do Mindy, and she might do a swing with her bat and maybe move and see what that epic is. I think I want Anton to go over and get that objective. So yeah, she did take out the crows, Mindy did, so that gives her 1 more point. She's up to 6 now. She's almost in yellow. We're gonna have her then. It is tempting to have her search because she could get 2 more things. Someone's gonna have to dip over here and get this stuff. Might as well be Mindy. We'll have her. She did a melee. She moves. We're gonna have her grab this, and let's hope it is not a zombie. Grab 1 weapon from here. It is an auto shotgun. Mindy has an auto shotgun. She's gonna shove that in her pack for another shooty person. Okay, so I think next up, let's see. If we have Justin go, he could toss, move, and grab the epic, although he would be stuck out in the street. I think we would want everybody else other than Anton to also move out there if that happens. So Mindy has gone. We're going to do Justin next. We're going to have him ditch his Molotov. He's going to toss it into the street there, killing everything, netting himself 8 points. So that means he moves up to 9, and he is now in yellow, meaning he gets an extra action. So now that I think about it, kills the abomination and these walkers. That was 1 action for him. He has 3 left. In theory, we could have him move, take the epic, and then move back, I suppose. Although we could also have all these other people move out here. Tess could open that door over there. We would get 4 spawns, but I would like to get across the street as soon as possible so that we can barricade that and work on getting our way over to the exit. Because for the moment, we have that abomination gone. We now just need to get to that exit. So let's try and do that. We could have Justin maybe search, move, and grab that epic. Let's do that. Justin can search. He gets a shotgun, okay, and then he does a move, and then he can grab the epic, and it is, could always be a zombie in his face. That would not be great. I want a cool weapon, please. It's a gunblade. Okay, Justin is... He is ready to go. when stuff spawns right next to him, he's gonna get a free attack every time something spawns. So, hey, this is a pretty good start. Okay, cool. So, that is Justin. He has gone. Everybody else, I guess, can move, search, and all that jazz. So, I want Anton to do 2 moves and grab this objective. 1, 2. He grabs the objective, giving him 5 more points, bringing him up to 10. He now has an extra action, which means I think he's going to do a trade and grab that automatic shotgun from Mindy for his final turn. So he should be pretty lethal with that, since he gets an additional die when he does ranged, meaning he's going to get 4 die normally. And if he goes all out, he gets 5 normal die plus 3 all out die. That's pretty dope. Okay. So that's those 2. We have 3 more. Let's have them all switch. Let me see. Did Mindy... I think Mindy went already. Did she not? She went this turn. She went this turn. So we have Angelo and Tess left, actually. Yeah, Ashley already went. She was swinging with her fire axe. So Angelo is going to search. What does he find? He finds a chainsaw. Okay. So I think he's going to trade with Tess. He's going to give her a nail bat and a chainsaw. So that way she can put the crowbar in her pack and have a chainsaw and a nail bat. That is pretty dope. So he did a search and a trade. So now he's going to move out here. And Tess is also going to search. And she finds oh my god, she gets a Molotov too. Man, we are lucking out here. Okay, so she did a search. I guess she can move. I wonder if she should hand this Molly off to anybody. She could hand it off to Ashley because Ashley has a free slot. Yeah, I think she's going to do that because she has 2 actions left. She just did a search. She could trade, give this Molly to Ashley, and then move and be out here. Okay, so yeah, we're going to group up in the street, and then we're going to bust that door and then try to get in there and barricade. That is the plan. So, all right, everybody has gone. Let's see. It is now the zombie phase. We're going to move these Skinner walkers forward. Zombies now have line of sight to these survivors out here, so these Skinner walkers move forward, and these crows move into our zone. So that is what happens there. Then we got to do 4 spawns. Just going to start there. What is the first spawn? We have 2 crows. 1, 2 are over here on zone 1. Okay. Next spawn right next to us is 8 Skinner walkers that Justin gets a free attack on, actually. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we're just going to take a quick roll to see how many of them actually get killed before they even get a chance to do any gosh darn thing. Justin has a gun blade and a shotgun, so it kinda sorta doesn't really matter. They're both 2 die, 4 or more normally. Damage 2. I'm not gonna have him go all out because I don't really want him to risk his weapons just yet. We'll just do a normal attack to see if we can take out 2 of them. And we take out 1, so 1 is dead before it gets a chance to do any gosh darn thing. That's not terrible. Let's see. What else spawns that Justin is going to be able to get to shoot at, though? We've got 3 Skinner runners that Justin will also get to shoot at. Although, since they're the same zone, I guess he wouldn't hit them first. He would hit the walkers first, but he still gets to take a free attack at that zone. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna roll 2 more die. I'm also gonna give Justin 1 additional point for killing out that 1 Skinner walker. And shoot again, Justin. He kills 1 Skinner walker, but it turns into a crawler. Okay, so we now have a crawler over here. Ugh, Skinners. Okay, so we get 1 point for that. We do have 2 noise tokens in this zone, I suppose, making that the noisiest zone now. All right, let's see. 1 more spawn is going to be 5 Skinner walkers that rush. Okay. Putting them here. Justin does not get to shoot at them. Four and 5. Put these crows back up. Okay, cool. So that is what happened. Let's remove these noise tokens now and move time forward to 3 p.m. Okay, take all the doors off. Who is going to go now? I think we need everybody to group up first. We need to prioritize on that. So I think I want Ashley to move forward and bash, and then she gets to do 1 melee. So she's going to bash, and we're going to do some spawning. So we're going to start here and go all the way up to here. So what is there? It is Skinner runners get an extra activation. Oh boy. So now we take 3 wounds in this zone. Nothing spawns up there, but we take 3 wounds. Okay. I guess Ashley takes a wound. Tess takes... No. Ashley, Justin, and Angelo also take wounds. And we have 3... These Skinner runners are now in our zone. Great. So that happened. Okay. Next spawn is 2 Skinner runners that are going to be right here. Let's see. 1, 2. Skinner runners are right here. Spawn right here is going to be 3 more Skinner runners. Okay. Whole bunch of Skinner runners going on here. Right here. What's the final spawn? Oh gosh, it's an abomination. Okay. So we still have another Molly left. There's that. What is the abomination going to be? Actually, we have two Mollies, and they are both in hand, so we don't need to worry too much about this extra abomination. We just need to figure out which one it is. It better not be that goofy abductor one. It's the Chupacabra. Okay, so I don't know if we've had the Chupacabra on this channel just yet. Let's grab that. Where the heck is it? There it is. Okay. Only thing special about the Chupacabra is it is invincible when it is in dark zones. So we're going to have to wait for it to move out of the dark zone before we can actually kill it with the with one of our mollies. All right. So that was what spawned. Ashley, we're still on Ashley. She did a move and a bust. Need a bit of noise there as well. Yeah, I might as well just have her do a melee. Should she go all out? I think the situation calls for it. She can roll 2 normal die and 1 all-out die if she goes all out with her fire axe. We are risking the fire axe, but I think it's worth it. We have plenty of other weapons here and people that can go, so we're probably fine, and we don't really need to bust any more doors except for that one by the exit. Come on, Ashley, we need to kill these runners. It breaks, and she doesn't get a single hit. That was underwhelming. Okay, so Ashley's fire axe has broken. She now has nothing in her hands except for that Molotov. Cool. All right, well, let's see. Let's switch over to Mindy, I suppose. We can have her move twice and do a melee. She can even do a free melee if she goes all out. So we'll have her move twice. And if she goes all out, she can do a free melee. Let's do that. So she's going to roll 2 normal, and she can roll 1 all-out die. We need 3 or more. Well, let's do a normal attack first, and then we'll do the all-out. So she does get 1 solid hit, so we're going to take 1 runner out. Mindy gets another point, which puts her into yellow, and that means she gets another move. Okay, so we're going to have her do another normal melee. So she gets 2 hits, so she takes these runners out. Cool. She gets 2 more points. 1, 2. And we're going to have her go all out so that she can get a free melee and maybe take these crows out. And she does. She takes both of the crows out. Cool. And that gives her 2 more points. Nice. Wow, Mindy put in some work with that baseball bat. Okay, so she has gone. We're also going to do Anton next. We want him to do 2 moves. 1, 2, and we're going to have him definitely shoot into this this other zone. We also have Justin and Angelo that can do shooting, so I guess we don't really need to worry too much. Anton gets to go once. I don't want to risk his automatic shotgun. He already gets to roll 4 die normally. Let's just have him do a normal shot. Then we're going to bother putting noise tokens down now. We know where the noisiest zone is. It's where all the survivors are. Okay. We hit on a 4 or more. Alright. He just produces another crawler, basically. So we kill another one, and we get another crawler. Oh, these skinners. Okay, so Anton gets another point for that. So now we want... Let's see, probably... Anton gets a free all-out ranged action, so... I mean, Angelo does, so we'll do Angelo next. We'll have him do a whole bunch of shooting with his pistol. He can shoot with his pistol 3 times and go all out with his sawed-off, basically. He's going to shoot at this zone. So he hits on a 3 or more. Okay, so we're going to take a crawler out. And he gets 1 point for that. Okay, we're going to take out another crawler. He gets another point for that. He can take 1 more normal shot. And that's a big ol' miss. Okay. So now we can have him go all out with his sawed-off, meaning he can roll 2 normal dice and 2 all-out dice at that same group and see how many he can take out. He does get 3 hits, and his sawed-off doesn't even break. So that is 3 Skinner Walkers dead. Cool. We are clearing this street. Anton gets 3 points for that. Nice. He is up to 5 now. Okay, so we just have Justin and Tess. If Justin can clear these zombies, Tess can, like, move, take this epic, and move back, provided... Although, really? We could just have her do all-out Bloodlust melee. Yeah, we might have her do that. Yeah, fuck it. We'll have her do that. We're gonna go to Tess now rather than Justin. She's gonna do an all-out Bloodlust melee. So in 1 action, she's here. She can do a melee. If we're lucky, she kills every gosh darn thing with her nail bat, hitting on a 3 or more. It breaks, but she does kill them all. So the nail bat is gone. She still has her chainsaw though, and she kills all of them. She gets 3 points for that. Okay, bringing her up to 4 now. And she still has 2 actions left, so she's going to use one of them to yoink this epic. It's an AK. Okay, she gets a golden AK. And then she moves back. Cool. So final person to go is Justin. He has his shotgun. He's gonna have him take a shot. Yeah, he kills one of them. Okay. Let's activate him. He can do a bunch of shots, really. Let's have him do another shot. Second shot, nothing. Third shot, he gets 2 more shots. That does hit, so this one is dead. Justin gets another, I think, 2 points for that, for killing 2 of them. Alright, so that is his turn. He can't really do anything else. We're all grouped up here, ready to, I guess, move in there and do that barricade. We also, someone is going to need to toss that molly and take out that chupacabra. But yeah, zombie phase, these runners move into our zone. The chupacabra moves here. These runners move right here. These walkers move next to us. The crows are 1, 2, 3 also in our zone. Okay. Now let's see what spawns. First spawn is going to be 4 Skinner runners. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, next up we have got 2 brutes that rush, but before they do, Justin gets to take a free shot. Let's see, he hits and kills on a 4 or more. Killed them both. That came in handy. Justin gets 2 more points for that. 1, 2. Okay, cool. Next spawn is going to be Skinner walkers get an extra activation. So that would mean all of these walkers are also in our zone and nothing spawns there. Our zone is getting pretty busy. We've got 1 more spawn. And that is nothing up here. What's going to be over here? 2 Skinner runners. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of runners on the other end of the street there. 1 and 2. Got 6 runners on the other end of the street. Alright, so that was the zombie phase. We bump up the time to 4 p.m. Alright, everybody can now go again and activate. So let's see here. Gonna need to do some serious meleeing. So with that in mind, let's... Our 2 strongest possibilities, I would think, is going to be Tess and Justin. Oh boy. We have a lot of stuff to kill and we still need to move inside and get out of the goddamn street. Alright, so let's have Tess rev up that chainsaw. She hits on a 5. Try to take out these runners first. Oh gosh. Yeah, she kills 3 of them. She kills all of them. Okay, cool. All the runners are dead right off the bat. Nice. Tess scores herself 3 points for that. Bringing her up to 7 and giving her an extra action. Cool. So let's see. Second melee. She gets 2 hits for that. Gonna say she goes after the crows. She kills the crows. Gets 2 more points. 1, 2. So now we only have these 5 Skinner walkers left. She kills 2 of them. 1, 2. Giving her 2 more points, and she can go once more, and that will be her turn. She kills 2, but turns them into crawlers, basically. So she gets 2 more points. 1, 2. I guess Justin is going to have to clean up. Could also be Mindy, and she even has her Molly, so that we can take out that gosh darned Chupacabra over there. So might as well be Mindy. We're gonna have her start by tossing her Molly. So the Molly is gone, but so is the Chupacabra, and Mindy gets 5 points for that, bringing her up to 16. Okay, let's see, and she should have 3 more actions now, so she's gonna do regular old melees to try and take the rest of these walkers out. Hitting on a 3 or more, she kills 1, but also turns it into yet another crawler. We now have 3 crawlers, meaning everything's just a kill now. You can't produce any more crawlers. So 2 more melees. She can technically get a free melee if she goes all out with her bat. We're not going to do that because she only has her baseball bat. She kills 1. 1 more point. Let's see. Yeah, I think she has 1 more melee left. And she kills 1 more. Okay. Giving her 1 more point. She is almost an orange. Alright, so I guess we're going to need to have Justin go with his gunblade to kill the final crawler. Oh, where was this gonna roll earlier? Yeah, he chops it to tiny little pieces. Scoring himself 1 more point. Okay. Well, that's funny. We got Mindy and Justin almost in orange. We wanted Anton in orange, but he is not very close to that. We can always have him range ahead and grab that objective to give himself 5 more points, bringing him up to 16. We're still on Justin, though. Let's see. I know Tess went and Mindy went. And we're now activating Justin. Anton has not gone yet. Let's see. So we still have Justin and these other 3 on the bottom. So, all right. What should we have Justin do? He has 3 actions. We could have him move, grab that epic, and move back. Move, grab epic. It is the Golden Kukri. Cool. So he's going to move back and give that Golden Kukri to, I think, Ashley. Cool. Wait a minute. He did a move, take, move. So he can't really do that. Ashley has to do that. We have to activate Ashley so that she can take that. And I don't know what else I would have her do. She did a trade. It's risky, but we could have her... No, she's not in yellow yet. So we couldn't have her move twice and do a melee. I guess that's her turn. It seems like a waste, but that's her turn. She grabbed the golden kukri, and that's basically it. Okay, so we're going to do Anton, and I wonder if it's wise to have him move twice and grab that. It's probably better to have him and Angelo both just move back into the diner, search, and then move back. So Anton is going to move back there, duck back in here real quick, search. He finds a katana. He moves back. Angelo, move back. Search. It is a flashlight. Okay, cool. Angelo moves back. That is everybody. All right, so now we see what happens. Okay, so now we've got a couple of runners, 1, 2, in our zone. And these other runners are going to be right next door. So let's see what spawns this time. Can we actually move this time? Maybe. We need to get across the street, damn it. Alright, so next spawn is going to be an abomination. That's perfect. Well, we still have one Molly left. Which abomination is it this time? It is the Berserker Abomination. Okay. It's immune to ranged weapon damage except for the Molotov effect, which sounds like nothing, but I know that the Berserker Abomination actually gets 2 actions from reading the rules, as I recall. So, where's the Berserker Abomination? Right here. Berserker Abomination is right here. Okay, next spawn is going to be 2 crows. Still in yellow. I don't think anybody's in orange just yet. So 2 crows are going to be right here. And Justin actually gets a free shot on them. So he's going to open up, hitting them on a 4 or more. And he does kill them both. Boom. They are dead before they get to do any gosh darn thing. Okay. 1, 2, and Justin is almost in orange. That means the next spawn is still going to be yellow. And that is 8 Skinner Walkers that rush. Great. I think Justin's going to need to go all out with something. He's going to need to go all out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm gonna put these here, and then we're gonna roll. He's gonna go all out with his shotgun so that he can still keep his gun blade. He can roll all out. Oh gosh, I think I forgot to draw the wound cards for the people that got wounded from those runners. Did not break and hits on a 4 or more, so we kill 2 of them. Okay, which is great, but we still have 6 walkers and 2 runners in our zone, which really sucks because, damn it, we need to be able to move out of this goddamn street. All right, one more spawn is gonna be. Oh, and Justin got 2 more points, putting him in orange, meaning he gets. He gets a free melee. That's what he gets. All right. And we have 4 crows on the other side of the street. That's what we've got. Okay. 4 crows over here. We got a bunch of runners right on top of us. Let's see. Justin gets a free melee, and he also has 4 actions. So. Yeah. He gets to roll 4 die with his gunblade. Let's have Justin go. I mean, Ashley really needs the points. But we need to kill everything, like, now. We need it all to die, like, right frickin' now. Alright, let's just go with Justin here. We hit on a 4 or more with his gunblade. He gets to roll 4 die normally. First melee action is free. How many does he kill? He kills 3, but he produces 1 crawler. So these runners are dead. So is one of these walkers, but we get a crawler. Okay. So first actual real melee. Damn it. That's 1 hit, but 1 crawler. Great. Goddamn scanners. Okay, so that's 2 points for Justin. Let's see. That's more like it. He gets 4 kills. We take out all of these. Okay. All of those guys are dead. Now, Justin did a free melee, and he did 2 normal melees, I believe. He could do 1 more melee and maybe be able to move. Yeah, he kills 1 of them. Damn it. Damn it, he only kills 1. Meaning he cannot move away. I mean, he can do 1 more melee, but he can't. Shit. Oh, these scanners. If only somebody had lifesaver. Nobody has lifesaver. Does anybody even have lifesaver on their card? I don't think so. Anton has shove if he gets into red. So does Ashley if she gets into orange. Boy, a shove would really come in handy. That's for gosh darn sure. Alright. Justin does 1 more melee. I can't believe he only got 1 hit. There, now he gets 2 hits and it's dead and he's stuck in the street. That's amazing. That's just great. It's fine. We'll all just stay in the street, I guess. All right, so that was Justin. Everybody else gets to go. Let's see. We're going to start with Anton. He's going to move twice. Great. And grab the objective. You know what? No, I don't think that's wise. That's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. It'd be much better for him to just open up with his auto shotgun on these 6 runners that are right next to us. If they get to our zone, that's 6 wounds we're taking. So we need Anton to open up right now. Hitting on 4 more. We kill 2 of them, but we produce 1 crawler. Because of course we do. That was the first shot. Second shot. Of course we produce another crawler, but we kill 2 more of them. Okay, third shot. We get 3 kills, so that's 2 runners and 1 crawler is dead. So far, that's like 5, 6 points for Anton. 6 plus 1. He's up to 17, and 1 more shot. He kills the crawler. He gets 1 more point for that. So hey, he's almost into orange now. Hooray! Once Anton gets into orange, he can kill that abomination with his shotgun. So there is that. And I think Mindy is going to do a trade to get that katana. She's going to move and search. Find 2 things. 1, 2. That is a chainsaw and plenty of shells. So she's putting that baseball bat in her pack. And she's gonna move back, and I guess Anton's gonna want those plenty of shells. Okay, so this situation is a little bit better now. That was Mindy. Anton went, so did Justin. We have 3 other people that could go. They're probably all just gonna move, search, and move back. Might as well have Angelo go next. He can get 2 things if he moves in there. Move. 1, 2. He finds a molly and a machete. Okay. So he's going to move back. And then Ashley, going to activate her. She's going to move and find a zombie in her face. Okay, so Ashley's going to be stuck in here because she's still in yellow. Now she's got to use her axe to try and take this thing out. She's already down to 2 wounds. And thankfully she kills it, so it is dead and she gets 1 more point for that. Okay. She is stuck there now though, and gonna have Tess also move and search and find Plenty of bullets. Okay. All right, so she did a move and a search, and she can move back. She did move, search, move. She can trade too, because she has 4 actions. So I think she's going to give plenty of bullets to Justin, so that if he does any more misses with his gunblade, he can just re-roll. So, all right. Crows will be in our zone, and Abomination will be right next to us. Got 4 crows in our zone, so we have to kill them before we can even move. If anything else rushes us, if Justin can't kill it, then we have even more stuff in our zone, and we are stuck again. Great. Okay, so what spawns? Zone 1 is going to be, let's see, 2 Skinner Brutes that rush. So they're in this zone now. Next spawn is 4 crows. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the next spawn? Please, nothing that rushes. The Abomination gets an extra activation. Great. Okay, so first of all, Justin gets a free attack on the crows, so we're gonna have him. I think he's gonna go all out with his shotgun again, maybe. Yeah. We're gonna risk breaking it, but he still has his gunblade. Can he kill these crows? The Berserker Abomination is gonna wound somebody and be in our freaking zone. Damn it. Although, no. Justin's combat reflexes, he has to target anything that spawns 0 to 1 from him. I wonder if the Abomination would count, since the Abomination gets an extra activation and it is 0 to 1 spaces from him. It doesn't matter, because he doesn't have the Molly that would be able to kill the damn thing. The only people that have that would be Angelo and/or Ashley. So we get Anton up into orange. He is almost in orange. He could kill the damn thing with his shotgun. Anyway, he gets a free shot against these crows. How many does he kill? He hits on a 4 or more. He kills 1 of them. Great. So we have 3 crows that spawn right next to us. And Justin gets another point for that. They are right next to us. Abomination moves in our zone, and somebody takes a wound. It will be... I don't know, Tess. Tess takes a wound. Okay, one more spawn is 6 Skinner Walkers that rush. Okay? Could be worse, I guess. We just need to kill these goddamn crows. Someone has to kill the crows and be able to... They would need, like... If the crows can die, somebody needs, like, 2 actions to move out of the zone if the crows are dead. God damn it. We are just stuck in this street forever. This is kind of frustrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that is zombie phase. We're up to 5 p.m. Almost nighttime now. Justin gets to roll 4 die, so Mindy also gets a free all-out melee action. It might as well be her, I think. We might start with Mindy. That could possibly work. Anyway, so let's see here. So let's do that. We'll start with Mindy. She can go all out with the chainsaw she just got. She can do a melee action for free. She can roll 5 die normally and roll 3 all-out die to see if she can kill all 4 of these crows. It does not break. We kill 2 of them. And that was free. So she still has 4 actions left. So we're going to have her not go all out. She can maybe switch to... She might as well keep using the chainsaw. It's a little less accurate, but she can roll more die. The katana would be slightly more accurate, but it only hits on a 4 or more. She needs to kill these crows in 2 rolls so that she can move away. And she does. She kills the crows. Cool. Thank goodness we finally caught a break. Crows are dead. She gets 2 more points, putting her in orange. And actually she gets 2 more points. Okay, cool. So we can give her just a straight up free melee action. Either that or, yeah, I think we're just gonna give her a free melee action. Okay, so she did a free all-out melee and 1 melee, meaning she has 3 actions left. So she can use 2 of them to move away. And I guess the last person that should move would be somebody with a molly to be able to... So Ashley has to be... Well, Ashley's already there with the molly that she can toss. So... Alright, yeah, we're definitely not putting up a barricade because everyone's going to have to use an extra action to move away from the abomination. Let's see here. Yeah, we just did Mindy. Everybody else can go. Anton... I really shouldn't risk trying to shoot or anything like that. We need 2 actions to be able to move away, and we need to get out of the street. So Anton does 2 actions to move, and he can also move and grab this objective now. So that'll put him into orange. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Meaning he gets all out. All out +1 damage ranged. Cool. So that's not just +1 damage range. It's only if he goes all out. Cool. That is Anton. We want Tess to go now, I suppose. She needs 2 actions to move away from the abomination. She has 2 actions left. She could search. She does have a chainsaw, though. We could have her range ahead to... Yeah. She has 2 actions left, so we could have her move here. Get to that door, open it up, so that way we have a clear line to the exit. Let's see. So now Angelo, he moves. That's 2 actions for him. He's going to use 1 action to trade and give Ashley the machete. And he's also going to search and find canned food. Okay, so that bumps him up to 8, and he now has an extra action. Cool. So I guess that's it for him, and then we're going to do Justin. He needs 2 actions to move out of there. He has 2 actions left. So we could have him just search. It would be nice to have 2 survivors that can do a barricade. So yeah, we'll just have him search and find plenty of bullets. He has plenty of bullets. So he did 2 actions to move. He did a search. He has 1 action left. He can probably give plenty of bullets to... This will be Tess, I suppose. She has that golden AK. I don't know, I think he'll give it to... No, he can't give it to Anton. He can't give it to Tess either. He has to give it to either... He can give it to Angelo, I suppose. He'll just hang on to it for now. Whatever. Okay, so last person to go is Ashley. She will toss her molly and take out this other abomination. Berserker abomination is now gone. Ashley gets 5 points for that. 9. That moves her up to yellow, so she gets an extra action. Let's see. With 3 actions, I believe she can start a barricade, which means we would need 1 other person to use 3 actions next turn to finish the barricade, basically. So, okay, so she did a toss and she started the barricade. Alright, so that was our turn. We're finally out of the street. That was a little frustrating being stuck in the same zone for like most of the game, but we're almost done, y'all. Okay, so let's do the zombie phase. The crows are in our zone now. I'm not as worried about it now, though, since we're finally out of the gosh darn street. All this stuff moves into this zone. We're not worried about that either. Okay, now let's do some spawning. What do we get? In zone 1, we get 5 crows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it. There it is. Okay. 5 crows. Oh boy, if these crows get an extra activation. Next one is more crows. It's 4 more crows. 2, 3, 4. 4 crows are right here. Next one is, it is 2 Skinner Brutes that do not rush. In the zone. Final spawn at the end of the street is even more crows. It's 5 crows. 5 crows, meaning the crows get an extra activation. Are you shitting me? That's 3 wounds. Can we even take 3 wounds? We can take 2. We can take 2 wounds. There are only 2 people that aren't already at 2 wounds. Right, but nobody's at 1. Right, so... Okay, Mindy takes... Okay, in this zone we have Mindy, Ashley, Justin. Mindy can take 1... is Justin at 3 or 2? Who else is at 3? Anton, and he's not in the zone. Okay. So Mindy can take 1. Ashley can take 1, and Angelo can take 1, I guess. God damn it. Well, at least we haven't lost yet, I guess. It had to be 7 frickin' crow cards all at the same time. Didn't I say earlier in this game that we were getting lucky? Well, we haven't died yet, but boy, we sure have been taking some damage, so... Okay, that was all the spawning. I was complaining, but hey, things aren't terrible. Like, we got pretty messed up, but... all we need to do is kill these crows, finish the barricade, open that door, and we are golden at this point, basically. So, we're going to move time forward. It's 6 p.m. It still isn't even night yet. Let's see if we can win the game right now and get the heck out of here before anything else happens, before any more abominations spawn. I'm gonna consider the game over if, like, we put up this barricade and we can open this. We're probably gonna finish it this turn, right? Someone just needs to kill these 3 crows in our zone. And we're gonna have Tess. We're gonna start with Tess. She's gonna go 1, 2, bash door. We now have a clear path to the exit. Tess has 4 actions, so I don't know, we're just gonna move her there. And then we're gonna have Mindy do a normal melee action. She does get a free normal melee action now. And she gets 2 hits. So she kills 2 crows. Okay. And let's see if she does another melee. She still has 3 actions left. But that's enough. She got a 6, so she kills the crows. All right, that's 3 points for her. Like it matters. 25. We can say she did a free melee. She did a normal melee. 1, 2, 3. She's there. Close to the exit. We can have somebody do. Might as well be Ashley. Ashley is going to finish the barricade. Barricade is set. Crows can still get in the building, though, actually. Ashley moves. I don't know. In theory, stuff could technically still happen since crow rules mean they could, like, get inside of the building, and we have a whole lot of crows that could just come at us. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone's going to be really close to the exit, if not there. Technically it's cheating, but I'm just gonna call it here, guys. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm just gonna call it here. We have a clear line to the exit. In theory, the crows could attack us, but I'm gonna say we're done. After all that stuff that happened in the street, we are done with this one. Cool. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed. This was an interesting one. This pretty much every time I play this one, it is challenging, and you can see why. Like I was saying, it's like you've got just a 4-tile map. You have to kill the abominations. The rules say, like, you cannot exit the map if there is an abomination on the map. So in theory, I would need to keep going here until we can actually get everybody here, and there needs to also be no abominations on the map. But I'm just gonna call it here. So before we go though, I'm gonna do a few things. First of all, we're gonna do the normal stuff. Just, hey, if you're still here, if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you giving me and my tiny little channel some of your time. I hope you enjoyed this this newest game of Zombicide that I've been playing here. You can do the YouTube things to help me out. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. I would appreciate that. I do have links in the description if you want to help out the channel in other ways. I have a donation link. It is Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's basically a donation site where you can throw me a few bucks if you want. If you like what I'm doing, you can throw me a few bucks there. I'm also on Blue Sky. You can check me out on Blue Sky. I do updates for the channel there, mostly just stuff that I'm painting and stuff like that. Notifications for videos. So if you like what I'm doing, check out my Blue Sky. And yeah, I'm gonna, like I said earlier, I'm gonna do a bit of reading before we go. I'm gonna read some of the stuff that I wrote here. Just one of the things that I wrote. I wrote one scene, I guess you might say. It's a memory that Phil has. I'm gonna read his memory for y'all. So this is technically not a spoiler because I guess this is like a rough draft. So we're gonna read this. It's called Phil's Bodega Memory, and this is like a conditional text that I'm gonna read if Phil moves onto the store zone that I'm calling the bodega in that one story mission. Anyway, so starting off, it's Phil stepped cautiously into the ruined bodega store. His shotgun was up and ready. Light was streaming through cracks in the ceilings and windows, so he might actually be able to hit something if it moved. Suddenly, He was jerked backwards through time in his consciousness. He was still a rookie back then. The first time he shot a man, that was. Phil had been a killer long before any of this madness had ever started. He had only been a cop for a few months. His sergeant was on patrol with him that day and was showing him the ropes. They got a call about a man outside a bodega downtown. The store owner had put in a complaint. Some thug is selling loose cigarettes right in front of the store, his sergeant said casually. The store owner wants him gone, he muttered flatly. They cruised over there in their patrol car and parked in front of the store. A black man in dreadlocks and dirty, tattered clothing was leaning against the wall. Do you have a permit to be selling here, sir? His sergeant said. I ain't even doing anything, officer. Just enjoying my day, the man replied with some annoyance. You're selling loose cigarettes here, aren't you? His sergeant responded tersely, as he stepped closer to the man. So what if I am? Ain't this a free country? The tattered man spat back at his sergeant. Things were starting to get confrontational, and it made Phil a little nervous. Sir, I'm going to need to see some ID and a permit, otherwise I'll have to search you for contraband, his sergeant stated routinely as his hand rested casually on his gun. I got rights, you pig, the man shouted angrily. His sergeant continued to drift even closer to the man. Before Phil even knew what was happening, the tattered man had decked his sergeant, knocked him out nice and clean. Then he burst into the bodega and was darting towards the rear entrance. Phil drew his service weapon quickly and shouted, Freeze, asshole! But the man kept running towards the exit anyway. Phil aimed and hit the man in the back. He sprawled on the floor, knocking over a display stand as he hurtled forwards. A pool of blood began to spread amidst the clutter. The man was dead. Phil had shot him right through the heart. Phil just stood there staring at the dead man for a moment or two. His gun was in his slightly trembling hand. You did good, kid, his sergeant said behind him. But he's dead, Phil muttered in shock. Yeah, and he also hit a cop, so no one will care. Plus, he was just some scumbag wino. All we need to do now is write up the report properly. You'll be fine, kid. But Phil couldn't help but wonder. He had just murdered a man over some loose cigarettes. Was that fine? So, yeah, I don't know. I just figured I might read that just in case you're still watching and you liked the little story idea that I had, that I was trying to do. And just to let you know, yeah, I'm still working on it. I'm writing stuff up. I got some ideas and got some ideas for the next few episodes as well, and I'm just going to keep on working on it. And I'm going to see y'all in the next thing. Take it easy and take care of each other, y'all.